Hello, Scorpio. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I was ill last month, so I couldn't do this earlier. But nonetheless, let's get started. Hope you're well. Of course, happy holidays, Merry Christmas for those who celebrate. Um, and just wanted to kind of do something special, so I'm doing things slightly different this month. And before we get into it, of course, it's general reading, so please watch your sun, moon, and rising. And if you'd like more information or you'd like to support what I'm doing here, then, and want to get a reading, then please drop me an email. It's in the description box below. Without much ado, let's get started, Scorpio. So the cards are pre-shuffled. So what I'm doing is actually I'm doing a general spread and then I'm doing a love spread. A lot of the times the message is resonating with the two, and the other times, there's obviously one can have a work connotation or some other family connotation to it as well. So you'll have to see how it works out for you. Okay, so let me tell you what your general cards are. Your first card is Page of Wands in reverse. You have King of Swords upright, Knight of Wands in reverse, quite a few people, Ten of Cups upright, and Ace of Cups right in the end. So let's see what we have here, Scorpios. For some of you, there was something right in the beginning of the month, and I know I'm a couple of days into it already, but I think I get a lot of a big energy that this might have happened already, and if not, then it's going to happen in the first few days. There was some message which involves some creativity or some travel, one or the other, and it did not go as you envisaged it to, or there were some delays to it. The plan is not going forward as originally thought of, is what I'm getting. Now, this could have to do with your creativity, because I think this person, or travel, that, somebody came up with a travel plan and you're like, no, I can't afford it, I can't do it. Or somebody came up with a plan which involves your creativity and they were trying to give you, it was more a message about an idea. I don't think this is a big thing, but because it's come up in the reading for the whole month, I think it plays a substantial role. So you are, and I know it's Mercury retrograde, so it's not moving forward in the way that you thought it had the caliber to right now, anyway. Or it might be you who's made that decision, or the other party, but I'm thinking it's not moving forward nonetheless. Okay, then we get, what we're seeing here is that you might have acted, for some of you, if this was a business decision or a project, you might have acted in a very fair way, and this is a fair decision based on your logic, your intellect, that you might want to revisit this at certain. So even though this is not a water sign energy, I'm sensing that you actually took that role of being the King of Swords and actually making a fair decision for you and for the other party. Now, and I get a feeling, because he's looking back, I think this might be something that you're going to revisit again. But right now, that's not how you're progressing. Now, for others, I'm also sensing this might be another party, because I think this could also have to do with, at least minimum 2 to 3 people in your life this month, Scorpios. It is Mercury retrograde, so yeah, people do come back. So I think this is someone in your life who's going to make a reappearance in the first part of the month, where they're going to come and act in a way that they're they're in control. They make fair decisions, and they're going to do things logically and fair moving forward. Now, this could have to do with a romantic alliance. This could have to do with a work alliance, father figure, a boss, or even somebody. I'm not getting a very legal feel with it, but it could have to do with your father, with your, somebody who likes, or a partner, husband. Yeah. And I think this person is going to come in, and maybe they're also going to try and um, give you their views on the situation. And they're going to be quite fair on this. What I do sense is though, even though they're trying to be fair with this situation, but and they come out as fair, but the energy, as the energy changes, um, they're not sticking to this for a very long period. What they're doing is that they're actually, either this person changes your travel plans that you had, or this person actually is trying to be slightly manipulative with the fact that they're somebody who likes to be out and about and do things, and they're using that to their advantage, which might not work out well for you. Now, this could have to do with, this is definitely somebody who's maybe even with King of Swords is a mature person, but he's acting immature. So the act is immature rather than that. Now, for others, this could be somebody that somebody younger that you happen to come across, and they come in, and even though there's somebody, I'm sensing this might be somebody that and they come in and they're not staying, they're actually heading out, and they're creating some havoc while they do that. So you'll have to see how this works. This might be a kid, this might be a cousin. I'm hearing for some of you, um, cousin's kid, or a nephew or a niece, somebody who's just you know stubborn, even in a bullish way. So yeah, they come, and that's right in the middle of the month that this energy prevails, where and either this affects your travel plans because of the way they behave or how they do, and they say, oh, you know what, I'm going to come in, and that's how I really need your help, and in the end it wasn't something as big anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I think mid-month, like, just be obviously careful, but what I like is that even though this is a temporary energy, because soon after that you feel that you've gone forward in the right way. You either spend quality time during Christmas with your friends and family, and that makes you feel quite settled and secure, even though this project, or the fact that the earlier part of the month is slightly with different people coming in, and the energy that they're leaving is not in the best of the forms, but you don't leave your form and your solace and your trying to think, because what I'm getting is that you are going to be still quite sane and calm. um, you're not going to be phased so much, so you will find your happiness, whether it's with one of these people or without, with family. One way or the other, I feel happy celebrations coming up for you. And actually, that gives you, towards the end of the month, it starts a process of an emotional fulfillment. At least the beginning of how you feel is more emotionally fulfilling than how you did in the beginning of the month. So the end of the month is more emotionally fulfilling. If I'd said that wrong, sorry. Um, is going to be more emotionally fulfilling in comparison to the beginning of the month, and might be a start of a new way of doing things with this person, or with a new person, or actually deciding you're going to do things differently and renewed for yourself. So yeah, and or maybe this is something with regards to the project that you then decide, oh, you know what, I have got all the go aheads for me to move forward with this, and this is where the project moves you to a point where you actually feel quite emotionally fulfilled because you've made the right decision. And this might involve some communication. So there's some communication, and I'm actually getting over air. So, over the air, maybe through, I mean, everything is like internet is, don't know if that's over air, but hey, nonetheless, we don't have pigeon messages no more. At least I'm hoping we don't. So, yeah, there's something coming, and you might have been waiting for this, or there might be a time goes, you're with your family, but you're actually missing someone, and this message comes across slowly but surely, and there's a renewed hope with this for you guys. It could be a start of a new venture or a new alliance as well, through your family, or the fact that you went to see your family. So let's get started with your love reading. I've got your cards here. The first card is Ten of Wands upright, Page of Swords in reverse, Six of Swords upright, Seven of Wands upright, and King of Pentacles upright. So what are we seeing here? I mean, as far as love is concerned, obviously 10 of Wands means you're taking on the responsibility, you're starting either a relationship. But I'm getting, you know, that this might be you, for some of you, this might be you feeling overwhelmed um, with everything that has actually happened, or the other person is feeling overwhelmed as to how things have been, and now they're willing to take more responsibility than they have been for some of you. And for others, I feel that somebody's taking responsibility but feeling quite drained and tired. So, you know, it's not, oh, you know what, I'm excited, I'm going to do this, I'm going to start this. But what I get that drained and tired energy that, you know, it's like a burden that now has to be dealt with, is what I'm getting. So as much as it's a relationship, and normally I'd see this, oh, this is actually starting, taking responsibility of a relationship, but there is a heavy feel to this for me. So I'm getting there's some burden, there's lots to do, and this has to be managed as well, and I have to put energy into this as well. And or it's taking a lot of your energy, consciously or subconsciously. And then I feel that, there's some form of communication, and this might be an air sign, communication that is not something, or lack of communication for some of you. Either lack of communication or communication that you're not too excited about. Either way, this is something that happens after you feel drained anyway, and then you decide you're going to move on and do things your way. You're going to do things and move forward so that you can concentrate on yourself. And some of you might be, deciding to travel, or you might be, and that might be over water even towards the mid-month. Sorry, I thought I had something in my eye. And this person is thinking, you know what, I'm a creative person, and this is you, I think. You're going to move on and make things happen for you. Or at least start working on that for you, because you just feel drained, tired, you're not putting energy into it. The message isn't, the other person is either behaving not nicely, or not communicating as much. And then you decide, okay, you know what, you're gonna take control of your life, and that is a good sign. You're going to start moving forward away from them and put your foot down. You are trying to make rules so that apply to you and that make you happy. And I think that actually come to the end of the month, this person who appears in your life. For some of you, this could be that person who's now coming and trying to take responsibility, be mature, be grounded, or an absolutely new person that comes in. Might be an earth sign who's more financially stable, who's more mature, older, and knows what they want, because they know your rules and they respect you for that. And this might be somebody, it might not start as a relationship, but it might somebody who just comes in your life, and you're more in communication with this person than worrying about the other one, for those that this is a new person. And I think this actually resonates with the general one as well, and with sitting right under the Ace of Cups. So I can't ignore that, really. So it might be a new person that comes in, is what I'm getting. Yeah, so there we have it, Scorpios. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I shall speak to you very soon. Bye for now.